Okay, hello, assalamualaikum. My name is Syamimi from Hasni, and we are from Bachelor in Medical Science, and I'm here as a moderator for our activities today, which is about reflection for PEC 300 Management Skill class. So we are from group Money Heist. So we are going to tell you what is our reflection from the previous semester PEC 300. Okay. Good management skills are vital for any organization to succeed and achieve its goal and objective. Management skills are very crucial for various positions and at different levels of company, from top leadership to intermediate supervisors to first level managers. In this project, we managed to apply the management skills into our campaign that are about mental abuse or specifically depressions. So without lagging our discussion further, let's ask our leader Harith. Okay. Harith, what is your opinion for this semester PEC class, and what did you gain from joining this class?
Okay, hi and assalamualaikum to our respective lecturer, which is the Madam Nolita. So for this PEC 300, in general, overall reflection, what I had learned in this PEC 300, which is the management skills, I had learned what and how effective communication, conflict resolution, and problem solving in managing a project. I had better understanding of practical technique for managing a project. I effectively in challenging environment. So I get some basic knowledge how to organize and execute a project. Okay, as for the reflection on the week 1, we had agreed by all the members what project that we are going to execute. As from the discussion, we agreed to do a mini project of research about the mental abuse, which is the depression. Okay, the aim of this project is to create and spread the awareness about the mental health by we are going to collect the data among the MSU students, either they are know or not about the mental abuse. So we are plan and start this project by develop a project management plan. Okay, so we appoint the committee for this project, and all the members agree to appoint me as the project director. So, as the committee had been appointed, we discussed about the project scope. Each member will have their own responsibility and goal to be achieved on this project. Okay, on the week 4, we had initiate and planning for this project on how it will be going. So we need to focus on the time management. We create a Gantt chart. Gantt chart are a visual view of task display against time. They represent critical information such as who is assigned to what, duration of the task, and overlapping activities. Gantt chart are the perfect allies for planning, scheduling, and managing a project. For your information, this is my first time experience or knowing doing the Gantt chart. So far for me, Gantt chart very give us a good value in managing this project. Okay, besides that, we also had planned for the budget and cost management. We had come up with the list of the costs for this project and how much we will spend. Cost management very important as we need to know where all the money will be spent for this project. As for the budget, we are only use our own money from all the members. We still can afford to use our own money for this project because this PEC 300 project is not a big project for us to apply for donation or sponsor. The budget still in the low cost. Okay, on the week 6, we had learned on how to manage the risk management. For me, the risk for this project is the time management. As you know, we are bachelor medical students and medical science students, very busy with their other subjects. So it will hard enough for us to focus on this project 100%. So what we do to overcome this problem, we refer back to our Gantt chart and see what's the overlapping tasks that need to be done. So this Gantt chart get us to see everything related to this project at a single place. Cost and budget also one of our problem. Even we afford to use our own money, but it's still not fair enough for the other student who couldn't afford to spend their own money. I think MSU need to find some solution for this problem. I think that's all from me.
Okay, that was a great explanation about your reflection about PEC class, which is our management skills. Okay, Harith, so I want to ask you about what is your strength and your weakness that you develop throughout this semester by applying your management skills in your life, and what is the weaknesses that you hopefully that you want to change in the future.
Okay, for me, for my opinion, my strength is I think I able to cooperate with all the team members in doing the tasks that I have been appointed to. As me as the president, I also try to review all my team members' suggestion or opinion. Even sometimes their ideas are quite unacceptable, but I try to understand them and be open to take their opinion by analyze all the benefits that can give into this project. So as for my weakness, I think the time management is one of my weakness. Sometimes I complete the task that has been appointed to me near to the deadline. But however, I still able to complete the task that has been given.
Okay, so that was a strength and the weakness from our leader, Harith. So I think that the strength and the weakness is the same for everyone because we also have difficulties to always procrastinate everything and we always neglect the time management. So next, we will moving to our second guest, which is our secretary, Muhammad Aimal. Zharfan. So Muhammad Aimal, the same question that I want to ask the Harith earlier, which is, what is your reflection throughout the PEC300 management skills in this semester, and what did you learn or you got it from the management skills? Are these PEC are more better and different than your previous PEC, or is that the same one as you learned before?
Okay, first of all, I would say thank you to Syamimi for giving my opportunity to talk. So before I start talking about my reflection, let me introduce myself first. So my name is Muhammad Zharfan bin Nazrulhissam. And I would say thank you to our PEC300 lecturers, which is Madam Norita, and also to everyone, my classmates. And before I go deeper into my reflections, let me talk about my impressions to the PEC300 subjects. Okay, most of us in the class, before we start the class, everyone thinking that, oh, this subject is going to be boring. This subject is going to be like wasting my time. So that was the first impressions before we start the class, before we do our weekly activities. And after we enter the class, we do our activities, then we know that this management skills subject is very important. If like we need to do like a project, for example, like what we do in class, from week 1 until week maybe 10 or 11, we have all the preparations for the projects that we do, perform the groups, and we initiate and planning for the projects. We do our Gantt chart, like what Harith just stated just now, that he just find difficulty to do the Gantt chart. And for me, by all these activities, the one that I think that it's more hard for me, it's when we do the project deliverables and risks, Also the process auditing. This is because we doesn't know about like the actual timing. We don't have that date time. We need to do this project at the end of the planning, so we don't know what the outcome is going to be. That is there any many people there? Is there any like the clean? Is there any fine? Is there any place that we need to rent? So it's kind of like taking times there. So we still need to think, and we still need to take a lot of time to do these things, because like Harith said, we have many things to do. Like we as a BMS students, okay, we have all the lab reports, we have assignments, so we have a very limited times. So by these limited times, we need to finish all this, auditing process, all the finalizing all the projects. So it might take time. And also we also do the campaign video, which we just submitted. And for me, I think the video that we just produced is one of the step to make people know that this mental abuse is very very important, because depression is not a simple thing. We cannot take granted about depression, because depression can kill everyone, can kill any individual that have that kind of disease. And from what I gained throughout this semester, I would say it was fine. It was fine. It's kind of like giving give me a bit like improvement, especially for my time management, especially for my critical thinking skills. So I think, and also my communication skills. And I think also there is also some weakness that maybe we have like limited times, then we might need to submit a little bit late of the submission. So I guess that it's my weakness, and I think that's all for me. Then thank you.
Wow, such a good presentation from Muhammad Aimal as our secretary in His group. So I think there's a lot of we can get from the Aimal, and I'm agree with Aimal about his reflection, because I think these are similar to me also. And then next, we will move on to Aisyah Inursarah as our head of media team, where Aisyah, could you tell me what is the role of media team in our group and in the campaign also? And we want to know also what is your reflection about PEC class 300 management skills, and what did you gain from this class, and what is your strength and weakness also?
So, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Aisyah Inursarah, and now I will explain my reflection for subject PEC300, which is the management skill. So, based on my weekly activity, I have developed 3 soft skills, including organizational skill, and this skill allow I to arrange, sort, and use resources effectively. And my group also organize their notes, schedule, assignment, and course material, which knowing where to find certain information that can help us performing all of our learning tasks. And secondly, is the time management skill. So this skill is the ability to prioritize tasks and deadlines. I use this time management skill to plan my schedule and accomplish my education tasks on time. And this time management skill also could improve my group academic performance. And thirdly is the teamwork skill. And teamwork skill is when 2 or more people work together to reach a common goal. And my group and I use this skill to complete group project and share tasks. As an example, we managed to complete our weekly activity on time during short period of time. And this teamwork skill is important because without any help or supporter, we cannot finish our task easily. And next is new thing that happened during this class is I can manage my time very well, and I can develop more friends using communication skill. And I can easily make friends in the class without knowing totally with them, and we managed to share our ideas to each other. So based on my PEC class also, I think that I need to develop more on critical thinking skill and a problem solving skill. And this is because I need to use my brain to develop more ideas and creativity to make the task going smoothly. So within my task and my work as a head media, I was mentally prepared to do an infographic poster, pamphlet, flyer, and some motivation note on our topic, which is the mental health, which is the depression. And at first, I did not know how to do a perfect information poster, but with the help of my group member, I was able to do it well. So in our poster, I had included some information such as how to cope with depression, what to do, who to seek help, and some other information more. So we suggest to do this mental health awareness campaign, which is the depression, because we as a student know on how much work to do within short duration of time that make us feel down sometimes. And some students did not know how to handle this mental health, which can lead to suicide, this is more common issue in Malaysia nowadays. So I had included some information for the individual with depression, know that there are many ways to cope with this issue, and I hope that the victim know that they are not alone in this critical situation. And after I had done with all of my materials and all of my poster, pamphlet, and a flyer, I will spread the awareness using the media socials such as Instagram, Telegram, and WhatsApp. And this application helps others to gain more knowledge and know this mental health awareness issue. And the one thing I most like about this subject is the lecturer, which named Madam Nolita, because she was a fun-going lecturer and she will explain on which we did not understand well on some tasks. And the one thing I most dislike about this subject is the classroom, because it was too small for a pack of students to study and a bit crowded. And sometimes it's kind of make us feel dizzy and want to vomit sometimes in the class. And next one, I am still unsure about some issue in the class, which is the task given. I did not fully understand and I am not unsure about our project will be correct or wrong. And finally, I am afraid of some issue which I am afraid that my group did not perform well in the final project PC, because I am afraid that our project will not have a great response from the other student. And lastly, I am afraid also that I will not get an A for my PEC due to my individual performance. And lastly, I hope that I can meet Madam Nolita in the next class. So I think that is all for me.
Okay, thank you, Aisyah Inursarah, for explaining to us about your reflection throughout the semester and about your strength and weakness that you develop. I'm agree with Sarah, because there are so many things that we lack in as an individuals who are still in learning process. So there are so much things that we need to still to repair it and still trying to figure it out together while doing this job together and learn something from Madam Nolita, which from about the management skills. So next we will moving on to our head of logistics, which is Joseph. Okay, Joseph. So would you mind if you share to us about your experience in PEC class, and what did you feel when you joined this class, and what is your reflection, and also what is your strength and weakness throughout this semester?
So hello everyone, my name is Joseph. So today I would like to talk about my experience throughout this PEC300 subjects, which is management skill. So for the first activity, like for example, budgeting. For me, budgeting is very important for an event. Why? Because it helps us to ensure that we do not spend money in unnecessary things. This budgeting is not only for an event, we can implement that in our daily lives as well, so that we always keep an eye on pricing, and also we can save money for our future. So apart from this, I also learned a new thing called WBS, which means work breakdown structure. So this WBS is very important for a project or an event, because it's breaking down the project work into micro steps or into smaller particles. This will make our work easier and also neat and perfect. So this is very helpful in all way. I've learned how to separate my tasks into microsteps, and it's easy for me to enroll my things. So moreover, planning is very important for everything in all ways. Planning will come first to make our project to be perfect. I learned about this planning strategy deeper in PEC300 management skill class. I've learned that planning is way more important for an event, so that we know what we are doing is right and we know we are going in a right path. So this planning basis will be followed by a chart called as Gantt chart. So this chart is basically full of plan works. It's like a package for an event, meaning that everything is included there. For example, budgeting, deadlines for the project, and also the contents for the projects, and so on. So basically, we can maintain a bird eye view of the project if we do the Gantt chart. So it is very beneficial for the project. And lastly, it's a very knowledgeable subject because this subject taught me so much of things and so much of infos. I learned a lot of new things. It's giving me a lot of benefits as in my soft skills. And to continue with my strength, for me, I think this subject, after I learn this subject, I'm trying to plan first before I involve in any kind of activities. So, and planning makes our things easier. We will have idea on what we're doing. So this subject taught me to work smart but not work hard. And for my weakness, I would say my time management, because I guess I'm still lacking in that, and it gives me a lot of disadvantages for me. So I hope I will overcome that after this PEC300 subject. Thank you.
Yep, I'm agree with Joseph about the cost management, where we did a cost about the table that list out our outflow and inflow of the money, where it's launder, it's where we spend it on, and where we shouldn't spend it, because if we didn't do that, we didn't learn anything. If we spend the money on some things that we are not needed. So thank you, Joseph, for sharing the very good information and very good reflection from you. Okay, so next we will move on to head of Farah Najihah. What is your role in Money Heist group? Okay, so Farah Najihah, what is your reflection also throughout the semester, and what is your strength and weakness that you developed throughout the semester? Okay.
Hello, and thank you, Mimi, for moderating this interview, reflection. So my role in this group is the head of Pomote, and for me, what I do is mostly basically about the survey and also the interview and stuff. So moving on, let's talk about the reflection. So for the reflections, the thing that I have learned throughout this PEC for this semester is how important it is to organize your life as a whole. This is the first time for me to organize an event from scratch, and it was a new experience for me. So for our group, we had decided to make a mental health awareness campaign that specifically focused on depression. As we all had agreed, this most probably the closest thing that we can all feel together as students due to our deadlines and also life where we are progressing from the teenager's life to adulthood. So I was really grateful with Miss Nonita, who had been able to guide us throughout this semester. But to make this event work better, it was us who need to make this progress together. So as for me, I was blessed to have team members who were about to make this event work, and we were able to make complete the activities together, as everyone was willingly to cooperate and throw out ideas while conducting the activities. So while organizing on who's in charge and what we need, I get to observe how everyone's opinion are different and shall be respected because it was creative in different ways. For example, like to conduct this event of ours, some of our members wanted to make a poster to spread the awareness, and some wanted to make a Google form to grasp the idea of depression from the students of MSU. So it also made me realize that I could apply all of this perspective on my working life in the future. Besides that, I got to learn new stuff that I was able to use in my work life job. For example, like in making a gun chart and WBS, as what Joseph Harith had also talked, and it was also my first time of doing it. So I feel like this was one of the things that I was able to learn in PEC300. So I was able to make time management and also know how important it is creating a budget. And it was something new for us because it's not something we learn in science subject. So because of that, it made me realize that budget is important and we can constantly monitor the ins and outs of money we use so that the money will not misplace and misuse. So it made me experience. Besides that, this project made me experience about how to handle an interview firsthand. It was my first time interviewing someone that is outside of MSU about depression, and it was a very good experience. So I feel like this PC had given me a lot of challenges, and everything was completely something that I never thought that I will able to do. So, moreover, I could observe my strength throughout this PEC, where I realized I'm more of a person who need to plan beforehand, so that the things that we do will be smooth sailing. So this lead to my weakness, where I need to make myself more flexible with my plans because not everything will be followed by the book. Another weakness of me is that I realized that I may be lacking of creativeness, unlike my team members. So I think that is something that I will need to improve more from this PC. So all in all, I feel like these are some of the few things that I will reflect while sitting for this PEC 300. I hope that this event will not be the last event that we'll ever conduct, and we can learn a lot more lessons and have a more experience to sharpen ourselves as a better person. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Farah Najihah, for sharing your honest and amazing reflections. So, yeah. So we will moving on to me. So, okay, thank you, Farah, for sharing with us about your reflection, even though you did a rap, because but still we could catch what did you say earlier. So, okay, for me, as for myself, the reflection that I got so far as a treasurer of Panihis group and as one of the committee in the media team, and as a moderator for today, what is I got so far is I learned how to plan, organize, leading of management skills function. So I managed to apply these skills in the campaign that we organized by the WBS Gancha, like Harith said earlier, where I also agree with him. Sorry for the distractions. It's my mom. Okay, I also managed to practice all of these functions in my daily life, as these skills without our realization is really important, especially when we did some activities that require a teamwork. Next, I also learned how to initiate and plan by identifying the scope management and stakeholder requirements. In our project, we focus on something that affect the populations in humans population, such as mental abuse. So we become a little detailed about mental abuse by choosing one of the mental health problem, which is depressions. So we did a campaign about depression to people so that people become more aware about depressions. And I also did a research about stakeholder that I never heard of before, and we managed to choose our stakeholder in this campaign. Okay, next. Madam Norita also teach us about time management, cost management, and so on, which teach me how to manage the time given for us to do a project by organizing them in an important and unimportant things, where we did the important part first and then we do the unimportant part so that we did not left the important parts. It's not because of unimportant one is not important, but we need to do what is more crucial to this campaign. So I also learned how to calculate the cost inflow and outflow, since I am a treasurer of Money Heist group, where I also agree with Joe and Farah earlier what they said about the cost flow, about the cost timetable, because we should not spend money on the things that we are not need to. So that is the one of the achievement that I got from joining this class. Me and also my friends also managed to do risk and quality management, where we did all the risks that we can obtain from organizing this project and find out what is the solution together. It helps us to obtain a great quality outcome of this project. And I also learned how to organize campaign in MSU since this is my first time in my life organize a campaign according to the management skills. So it's very hard for me at first, but after we did it together as a team, and we did the teamwork together, and we balancing between each other by dividing the roles so that it's very fair for everyone, where there is no free rider person in our group. And then next, let's move on to my strengths and my weakness. Where my strengths that I develop is I become more detail-oriented person by did a Gantt chart to acknowledge everyone's rules, like I said earlier, and did a risk management table where I found out that we could figure many risks and many solutions to the risk before it happens. So it does help our campaign to become more better in cause the quality and the outcome of this campaign and project are very good. And other than that, I also developed these management skills because before this I lack of knowledge about management skills, but after I entered the class, sorry, okay. I'm sorry, Sarah, because I didn't notice you earlier. Okay, so I continue about my strength. So, what did I say? Yeah, about management skills. I develop management skills. I develop my management skills because before this I lack of management skills. But after I entered the class, I know how to initiate, how to planning, how to organize everything by the book. So I think when we did it by the book, it's very pretty easier. I mean, it's the outcome is become better quality than we did. It's like when we didn't go by the book, it's very rushing. We didn't know what we left, what we didn't know what the things that really important to the campaign. We also tend to overlook something that are very good, very important to the campaign. So last but not least, my weakness is about procrastination since this semester require a lot of work where we need to do a lot of assignment, project, research lab, and so on. So I tend to overlook PEC class because since PEC is just once a week, so sometimes we didn't have the class because many things took the PEC class schedule. So it's very hard for us to maintain the focus on the PEC project. So I think for me, it's a part of my problem where I very struggling with it. And I really hope that after this, I could try to improve my weakness where I could try to focus on PEC class more. But luckily, I have many great friends here that always remind me in the group about our updates on PEC class because without them, I didn't think that our project could be more successful like this. Okay, I think that's all from me. Is there any question or anything that you want to add? No? No, nothing? Okay, so I think that's all from us. Thank you, Madam Norlita, for teaching us throughout this semester. And we are very delightful and very thankful for you for managed to teach us about the management skills. And I think 100 I'm 99% sure that all of us in here didn't know what is the management skills are. And I think if before that we go in this class that we think that the management class is just the same as the previous PEC, but it's different. So I think that's many things that we got from the PEC class for this semester. And yeah, thank you, Madam Norlita, and thank you all of my friends over here because they contribute many things. And shout out for them, and we also hope that our campaign will become successful in the future. So thank you and everyone, and yeah, that's all from us. Thank you from Najihah School.